Welcome to The Explainer. You know, our digital world is kind of like this vast, unpredictable ocean. Every single organization is out there sailing on it, carrying treasure that's just priceless. But how do you protect that treasure when the seas are absolutely teeming with pirates? That's the big question we're tackling today.
And it's a question you really have to ask, because make no mistake, the digital seas are stormy. The pirates we're talking about today aren't after gold doubloons. No, they're after your data, your systems, and your entire reputation.
For instance, you've got threats like ransomware. This is where hackers literally lock up your vital data, holding it hostage until you pay up. It's, without a doubt, one of the most disruptive threats that any organization can face.
Then there's phishing. And these aren't just obvious spam emails anymore. We're talking about incredibly sophisticated, deceptive schemes. They use emails or websites that look legit to trick your crew, your employees, into giving up sensitive info like logins or financial details.
And you know, it's not just the pirates outside the ship we need to worry about. Sometimes the biggest danger is already on board. Insider threats, whether they're malicious or just an honest mistake, can cause absolutely devastating leaks when your own crew messes up.
Okay, so facing this constant barrage of threats, how in the world do you chart a safer course? Well, the key isn't just reacting to every wave as it hits you. It's about having a strategic map to navigate the entire storm.
That strategic map, that's what we call cybersecurity risk management. And what's so crucial to get here is that this is a process. It's a whole system for protecting your digital stuff. It's not about buying one piece of software. It's about building a complete strategy that connects your tech with how you actually do things day to day.
So to really understand the strategy, we've got to know the lingo. First up, a threat. A threat is the storm on the horizon. It's any potential danger out there. Could be a cyber attack, could be a hurricane, anything that has the potential to cause harm.
Next, a vulnerability. This is a weakness in your own defenses. Just think of it like a leak in your ship's hull. It's some kind of flaw in your systems, your processes, maybe even in your training, that an attacker can find and use against you.
And risk? Well, risk is what happens when those two things collide. It's the potential for disaster when a threat takes advantage of your vulnerability, when that storm finds the leak in your hull. And here's the real insight. You can't control the storm, but you can patch the leaks. If there's no vulnerability, there's no risk. Simple as that.
But here's the thing, managing risk isn't a one-and-done fix. You don't just patch a leak and then assume you're safe forever. No, it's a continuous navigation cycle. You have to be vigilant and you have to keep getting better.
This is the core of it right here. It all starts with identifying what's important, your critical assets, and the risks they face. Then you assess those risks. How likely are they to happen? What's the damage if they do? Based on that, you respond by putting security controls in place. And finally, and this is key, you continuously monitor everything, because that digital ocean is always changing, and the cycle just starts right over again.
Let's just zoom in on that respond step for a second. This is where you actually build your defenses, and you do it in layers. Administrative controls are all about your people and your policies, things like security awareness training for the crew. Technical controls are the technology, firewalls, encryption, all that good stuff. And physical controls protect your actual gear, like locking the server room. This is a brilliant example of something called defense in depth. If one layer fails, you've still got others to back you up.
Now, this might sound like a ton of work to figure out from scratch. And it would be. But the good news is you don't have to. There are established maps and guides, we call them frameworks, that give you a structured way to manage all this cyber risk.
Using a good framework forces this really fundamental shift in your mindset. You move from being reactive, waiting for a breach and then scrambling to fix it, to being proactive. You start anticipating threats, you hunt for vulnerabilities before they can be exploited, and you stay one step ahead. This proactive stance is the absolute cornerstone of modern risk management.
So let's look at two of the most recognized maps out there. The NIST RMF, it's used a lot by the US government, is fantastic for baking security into the entire life of a system. Then you've got ISO 27001, which is a global standard for building a complete top-down security management system for your whole organization. Both of them give you a really powerful, repeatable process to get started.
So, okay, we've got our ship, our crew, our maps. But the tides, they're changing. New technologies are coming that are going to make the digital seas and the storms way more complex and dangerous than anything we've seen before.
Artificial intelligence is the perfect example of this. It's a true double-edged sword. For the good guys, AI can sift through massive amounts of data to automate threat detection and even predict risks. But for the attackers, AI can be used to get around traditional security and launch attacks that are more sophisticated and automated than ever before.
And then, way out there on the horizon is the hurricane of quantum computing. The power of these machines could make our current encryption, the very locks on our digital treasure chests, totally useless, like overnight. So that leaves us with this one critical question. As these new tides roll in, are the maps we're using today going to be good enough for the storms of tomorrow? It's a question every single organization needs to start asking right now.